Well, I'm here with Laurie Urbigkit and Tracy Kasper, and we wanted to take this opportunity while we're here at our legislative session to learn a little bit more about RPAC. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate that. And we're just going to kind of kick it off. So tell me a little bit, high level, what is RPAC?
Okay, well, first of all, RPAC is the Realtors Political Action Committee. Exactly what it sounds like. And what we do, all of us, including all of you, is we make sure that we get our elected officials that are in those seats, making those big decisions, that they are our realtor champions. In other words, we're going to support people that support our ideals, private property rights, fair housing, making sure home ownership is a priority. So those are the types of things that we're looking for in those candidates, from our local association to our state to our national.
Okay, so Laurie, can you tell us a little bit about the funding on that, as far as where does the money go?
Okay, so RPAC investments are from only realtors, and in Wyoming we only accept RPAC contributions from Wyoming realtors that live and work in our state. We don't take out-of-state money. I think that's really important for everybody to understand. Yeah, we have a pretty healthy political action committee fund right now, but that's because we believe in it. And we believe in it because what it's done for us over the years. When COVID hit, we didn't have to go battle the governor to make us a priority in staying open. A lot of states did. We didn't have to, because we had that relationship with Governor Gordon from the very beginning, because we backed him from the very beginning. So we have those friendships. Then at the legislative level, every year we battle the real estate transfer tax. We have elected legislators that totally understand that that's not the way to go. We don't even have to educate them anymore, because they know, and those are the people we want there. And we are the only voice for homeowners in Wyoming, for property owners. So it's so important that we elect those candidates to the legislature that have our back, and that are backing us because they understand our relationship with home ownership and land ownership. And so it's critically important. 70% of the money stays right here in Wyoming, 30% goes to national, but we get more than that back in other goods and services from the National Association of Realtors. It's a real win-win situation.
No question. If I could just piggyback on something that Laurie said. So one of the most amazing things that you have is this lady right here, because she does tirelessly work. So when all of us are selling real estate, she's out there making sure and watching and talking and making sure that they know what our issues are. The point of this is that when times get tough, and we're probably heading into some tough times, we have low inventory, we've got high pricing, we've got affordability issues, and for you guys to be able to rely on her when bad times happen, that's when bad legislation and bad policy can happen, because they're people. Our elected officials are people, and they're trying to take care of people. So when that happens and they want to swing that pendulum really hard, she's going to stand in the middle of it and say, no, there's some reasonableness to this. There are unintended consequences a lot of times to this. So let's talk about what this really means. That's this lady right here. And I'll also just say, when the pandemic hit and we were all having conversations like this across the country about being deemed essential, it started at the national level, we got it there first, but then she didn't even hardly have to call. They called her first. That is the power of RPAC, because that's the power of the relationship that RPAC had already given credit to. So we need the dollars now when we don't need them, because we need to make sure we have all of those good elected officials in those positions as they're moving up into their different positions, so that she can take care of them and make sure we're taking care of all of your Wyoming people.
And so that brings up one more point that I think is easily forgotten in Wyoming politics. We also will fund candidates for school board, city council, county commission, or mayor. And we have those on that list because a lot of our legislators, that's where they started in politics. It's all local. So we start with them. Your local board builds a relationship with them. Then when they decide it's time to take the next step up to the House or to the Senate, they already know us. It's a beautiful plan, and it works so well. And that's what RPAC dollars are for. They're local, they're state, they're national, and it all works together to make certain that we elect the right people to represent real property rights.
Okay, so one other question is that sometimes we hear from realtors that are not really looking at this yet is, I don't really want to donate to a political action committee. What would be your answer to that?
Oh, well, I'll share with you what I say a lot. First of all, we're not donating, we are investing. Investing in our future, investing in the future of our homeowners, investing in private property rights, because we got to make sure that those decisions that are being made are made carefully and with a lot of understanding. So it's that investment that we're looking for. And the other thing too is the idea that you may not be interested in politics. I get it, a lot of people don't. It's an ugly thing and we don't like to participate in it. You may not be interested in politics, but I promise you, politics is interested in you. And they are very interested in your business. If you're fighting the sales tax on services every year, which we're fighting in the state that I'm from too, which is Idaho, and we do that a lot as well, they're doing it because they're looking for a bucket of money. Real estate is an easy bucket to get to, they think. But they have unintended consequences when they start rolling down that hill. That's what we're here to help them understand. So it's that investment to make sure that you're doing business the way you're doing it, to take care of the people you're taking care of, that's so critical.
And Laura, you probably have a good example this year coming up of where we are kind of on the forefront of some political stuff going on that can really impact every single homeowner.
So we have currently several bills in the hopper that are constitutional amendments to change our tax situation, our real estate taxes from a 3-tier system, which they are currently, to 4 tiers. We want residential pulled out and have it at standalone tier. That would allow the legislature to treat residential real estate differently than they do all the others, which means that we can actually finally address some of these high property taxes that are forcing some of our property owners out of their homes when they've lived there for 20 and 30 years. So it's a big push for us this year. Huge push. We're the only ones fighting for it. We're it. That's what realtors do.
Okay. Well, anything else you guys want to add? I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to do this.
No, just,
Meetings are starting.
Yeah, the meetings are starting. Yeah, for questions. No, if you have any question at all about whether or not you should be investing in your industry, talk to this lady right here, talk to this lady right here, and find out exactly why. Because I promise you at home, especially at home, there's a lot of decisions that are being made and you want to make sure that you have a voice in that.
All right. Well,
Thanks for talking to us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Okay.